launch of 2020, the new Mahindra Thar. We've been seeing this car being tested since a very long time, and finally we've got our hands on it, and let's see how this car is. The front end of the car has a very classic Jeep look. It's got a very multi-slat grille, it's got a very thick bumper with Thar engraved on it. It's got a classic headlight which resembles to the older Thar. Probably the only thing that resembles to the older Thar. It's got indicators in the fender which also serve as DRLs for the car. You've got old school hooks, hinges for the hood, and basically the whole car, oozes of very retro styling with modern touches, which is really kudos to Mahindra for that. When you come to the side of the car, you realize how short the wheelbase is. The actual length of the car is pretty sizable, as you can see, but the actual wheelbase is very short. Why? It's because it's only a two-door car. There is no four-door option, but rumors are that there is a four-door version in the works. This is only a two-door, and this also comes with a hardtop. This also has an optional fabric canvas top, but this is the hardtop. You can see there's cladding all around the car. There's also beautiful 18-inch alloys, which the older car did not have. Again, it's very, very pleasing to look. And then when you come to the back, you notice that the fuel filler cap is right here. And something really weird, this has to be opened by the key. It's not electronically controlled like modern cars. So they've left some rudimentary touches in the Thar to remind you that it's still, resembling to the older cars of the time. So this reminds you of that. But rest, again, they have evolved the older Thar, and they've evolved it in a very beautiful way. It's got lots of nice touches, cuts and creases, and nice cladding and everything. I think it's a very good looking car, and it's very evident that the short wheelbase helps you drive through cut-throat traffic. Very interesting details on this car. You'll find Thar engrossed in both sides of the mirrors. You have the badging M-Hawk, so yes, this car finally gets the much deserved M-Hawk engine. You have Thar badging on the alloys, on all four alloys. So this way M-Hawk is written on this side, on that side it's written Thar. Then when you come to the front, you find Thar badging on the bumper as well. So Mahindra has made sure you know that this is a Thar. The rear of the Thar again has a very boxy look, again resembling a very classic Jeep. It's got LED headlights which have Thar written, and again Mahindra is trying to remind you that what you bought is a Thar. You've got a huge spare wheel on the tailgate, which is again to emphasize the Jeep effect this car has. You've got huge 4x4 badging on the side, and overall it's a very clean design, not much going on. The whole rear is basically focusing on the rear spare tire. To get access to the tailgate, you have to open this lever. It opens sideways like this. Not very practical. I mean, raised tailgate is much better for practical purposes. But the boot itself is very small. There is no space. But if you think this is only access, you're wrong. You open the glass, and it's a two-stage process. And then you can put maybe taller stuff. But as you can see, the boot is really small. The seats are foldable, but again, you don't get that much space because then you lose on passenger space. So you have to choose between taking your passengers or putting your luggage. You can't have both in this car. As you can see, you literally have to climb into this car. It's a very tall car. And one downside I'd say is there's nothing to hold on to in the driver compartment. There is normally, most SUVs have a grab handle here, which you can use to pull yourself up in the car. This car does not have anything. You have to hold on the steering wheel to climb into the car. The passengers do get a grab handle on the roof, but this driving side has none, which is something that Mahindra should provide in their cars. The interiors, if you've sat in the old Thar, the new Thar is like a Rolls-Royce Phantom. I'm not even kidding. Improvement of materials, so many new features, and just well packaged, much spacious interiors, which is something you could not say for the old Thar. You've got the new steering, which resembles from the TUV. You've got the gear lever, which is a 6-speed unit, by the way, from the Marazzo. You've got the smaller lever for the 4x4. You've got a screen here, which has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Quite a host of features you can use, to keep yourself occupied in stop-start traffic or when you're off-roading. You've got 2 round AC vents, and you've got the AC controls here. You've got toggle switches like alerts here, so there are no buttons here. These are blanks. These are also not buttons. These are just letting you know that your passenger airbag is turned off or you've not fastened your seatbelt. The only button here is the hazard, which feels really tactile and feels really nice. Everything you touch and play feels really well built. I mean, this car is meant to be for rough use, right? And Mahindra has to manufacture the car. This is a pre-production car, so there are some, hard plastics here. I mean, as you can see, the screen, it's not very fixed, it's hard plastics. I don't like these hard plastics. I mean, they could have been better finished, maybe in a better material perhaps. You have a grab handle for the passenger to hold on if you go really crazy while going off-roading this car. And the power window switches are here, not on the doors, because these doors are actually removable. If you want to remove them for extreme off-roading, maybe you can reduce your weight, maybe you can increase your visibility. So the power window switches are not on the door, they're here. It's an awkward position, but once you get used to it, I think it's fine. You have a mechanical handbrake and you have 2 cup holders, just in case you want to have a drink while driving your Thar. The seats themselves, you can see they are sort of bucket seats. They really hug you. So when you're going through tricky terrain, your body is getting thrown around, the seats hold you really well. They are a sort of leatherette material, but again they are washable, so they are very easy to maintain. I mean, you don't have to worry soiling them or dirtying them with sand or mud. Very easy to clean and very supportive. The headrests are adjustable and you can actually lie down, and once you put your head, you'll actually notice that there are speakers mounted on the roof. As I said, the doors are removable, so there are no power window switches or speakers on the door. There are 4 speakers, one here below the steering wheel, 2 on the roof, and there are 2 tweeters on the roof as well. Awkward position, and it feels really weird initially when you hear music coming from above your head, which is really awkward. Something you don't hear in cars. But again, very thoughtful positioning by Mahindra, considering what this car is meant to do. As you know, this car is a 4-seater but only a 2-door. So to get access, you have to flip only the passenger seat. The driving seat does not flip forward, only the front passenger seat. Once you open, you notice that space to get in and out is really tight. Space in the back is pretty good. You have quite a lot of legroom. Taller passengers can sit there, but the seat is placed really low, so the knees will be pointing up and the backrest is pretty upright straight. So that way it's not very comfortable, but yes, space wise it's perfectly fine. More suitable for children. Now I'm behind the wheel of the new Mahindra Thar, so let's see what all the fuss is about. This is the manual version, so you have to press the clutch, and instantly you notice that the clutch is very light but the travel is very long. So as long as it's light, it's manageable. Slot into first, and the gear lever is very positive movement. It slots into the first gear. In fact, all the gears pretty easily. It's got amazing low end torque. In fact, it has so much low end torque that you might not need to start in first gear at all. You can start from second gear, from idle, which is a trait of all 4-wheel drive body on frame vehicles, because they have so much torque for the off-roading in the lower part of the rev range. I'm just in second gear and I'm just cruising along, almost idle speeds, and the engine is not lugging at all. Picks up from second gear very beautifully. Once you go up the rev range, the engine is a little audible. You can hear the engine, but again, if you compare it to the old Thar, it's extremely quiet, extremely comfortable. I know the old Thar is not the greatest of benchmarks, but since it is kind of the same name, the comparison is inevitable. But yeah, the performance is really good. So if you push it down, you can feel the surge. The real fun is in second gear. If you actually floor it, this car will actually take you by surprise. And actually, you can put some good pace. You can cover some good pace, good ground by good speed. It actually accelerates really well. The ride is really, really good. Actually, there is a lot of horizontal movement. The car moves a lot on bumps, but because the seats are good and you don't actually feel all those bumps. Like I'm about to go on a bump. As you can see, the car does shake, but that shake and vibration does not get transferred to your back, unlike the old Thar. The old Thar, you felt every single pebble on the road. This you don't, which means you can actually drive this car for longer distances. You can actually take it for long highway drives without getting tired or exhausted, or feeling all shaken up because of the vibrations. There are no vibrations, so the NVH is really good. I think post the Marazzo, all Mahindras have upped their game when it comes to NVH, vibration, ride quality. It's really nice, and you sit really up, so you see a huge bonnet. It's a very clear view, so it makes it really easy to drive in city traffic, tight spaces. Overall, it's actually, because the whole stance is so high up, makes it really easy to drive. You know, people think such a big vehicle cannot be daily driven in the city, but I think otherwise, because I feel that this car with, you know, with this upright seating position gives you a commanding view. You are sitting higher than most other small cars in the segment. In fact, you are sitting almost you're sitting at the same level as Fortuners and V Crosses. So you have the same commanding position. You can command the same power on the road. As you can see, I'm turning and you can see there's a lot of body roll. I'm at a roundabout. There is body roll, but again, it doesn't feel like you're going to roll over the car. It's reassuring. It's really nice. The steering, however, is not the best around. It's very vague, very vague. There is no feel, and when you're turning in, you are not sure how much the wheels are turning. You have to correct the lock mid-corner. This something should be improved from Mahindra. Though this is a pre-production car, and I've heard that the customer cars do have better steering feedback, so that's good on Mahindra for, you know, taking the feedback from the media. But this is a pre-production car and the steering is pretty disconnected. Again, still better than the old Thar. As you can see, it's very easy to shift gears, and I'm turning around, and it's very simple, very easy to drive this big car in, you know, urban runabout. This car also does come with cruise control, so you can actually set it on a speed and go for long highway drives. It's again a very complete package. Mahindra is trying to make this car a complete package, so you can actually use it for everything. However, as I said, the rear space is really low, so you might have to think twice before actually taking your family around in the back. So I'm going over some bumpy roads. As you can see, the car is shaking, but it's not uncomfortable because the suspension is taking everything in its stride. It's actually really well done by Mahindra on the suspension front. The brakes, the pedal feel is very spongy, very vague, but the brakes themselves are actually really effective, and they stop really well. See, there's a lot of jump. The car shakes on speed breakers, but you don't feel that. As I was saying, the brakes themselves, the pedal feel is very spongy, but the car does the job well. It stops on a dime, which is necessary for a car of this size. There is heavy nosedive, but the car does well dynamically. It's actually pretty good fun to drive.
The new Mahindra Thar then. It's very difficult to sum it up. Yes, it can't be compared to the older Mahindra Thar. The old Thar was very crude, agricultural, rudimentary. You get the drift. The new Mahindra Thar, however, has all the bells and whistles. It looks very similar. It still has the retro Jeep looks. It still has 4x4 and it's still very capable off-road. However, it's now much more livable. It's got a hardtop from factory. It's got air conditioning. It's got airbags. It's got ABS. It's got Android Auto. It's got everything. And it also has a petrol motor just in case you don't want the diesel. And yes, it also has an option for an automatic or a manual with the diesel and the petrol. So much flexibility when it comes to choosing your Thar. That's a first, and that's really well done by Mahindra by letting the customer choose exactly what they want, the exact engine and gearbox they want. Overall, the Thar is not the perfect vehicle. It has its flaws. It isn't the most poised on the road. It does have its body on frame characteristics. It does have vertical movement and horizontal movement, but it's much more comfortable than before. And the presence and everything help it make it drive really well, and it's actually fairly easy to drive in daily traffic. That's the best part about the Thar. At 16.5 lakhs on road for this diesel manual hardtop variant, it's pretty well priced, and I think overall it's a great car for the money. If you were alone for your daily commute, this would be a great package for you to own and drive every day. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.